What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Selflish Podcast. I'm your host, Luke Wynn. With my beautiful co-host.
Dayana.
And today we got my man, Danorman.
What's up?
So he's like one of my best friends, and he's into fashion and stuff like that. So we're gonna let him judge and critique this, but also we're just gonna have another selfish conversation. You know how we does. So
Let's do it.
So what's up?
What's up?
So what do you think about just the design? Like, actually, what got you into like fashion and designing and stuff like that?
I think because when I came out my mom womb, I came out in Gucci booties. So I mean, I was just born with it.
That's cool. How do you feel being a part of this or something like that? Something like what we're doing.
I love it. I love the whole concept. I love the colors. I love bright colors.
Yeah.
So, and it's a good message.
That's
Message.
dope,
What does the message tell you?
yeah.
It just tells you to just be you and just love yourself. There's so much in the world now where we feel like we have to go get a boob job, a facelift, Botox. But I've always cared and loved me. I love my glasses. So it's
It's swag.
it's all about you.
Well, I mean, they already know about that. But I actually want to talk about one thing real quick. Can you show your shirt real quick? The shutter design. So the shutter design is like, I don't know if they can see it. They can see it.
Yeah, they
Can y'all see? Can y'all see?
So the shutter design goes perfectly with the Selflish brand because a lot of times the reason why you don't love yourself is because of what other people tell you.
Yeah.
Because of what other people say to you and stuff like that. Like I was saying earlier about me constantly being teased for crying, being a crybaby, being really skinny. Those voices, they stick with you,
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where you really have to tell your own self to shut up. You have to tell the thoughts to shut up. Because even though high school was 4 years of your life, if you were bullied and tormented there, sometimes those voices, they linger with you, 10, 20 years after, It's like a lot of times when you go through something traumatic, like the residue, it stays with you. Even though you try to move forward, you try to get better, you want to love yourself, but in order to really love yourself, sometimes you do have to say shut up, shut up, shut up. Anybody who is just not for you, because a lot of things that you do, a lot of ventures that we take in our lives, like with your fashion brand, there's always going to be people who are like negative and naysayers. You're always going to find people who find something negative about you or try to figure out a reason for why you shouldn't move forward, So I think that just came to me. Like, what in your life do you think has been something that you've had to move forward from, as far as like being bullying or like there was just voices that you had to tell yourself to like shut up?
So I have to tell myself, shut up about my speech. I stutter,
Yeah.
and it's been since I was like 5, until now. It was times where I would not go to school because I know we have to do a presentation.
Yeah.
Like, I will get F's on purpose and knowing, I can get these A's and stuff. But that was just always.
in the back of your mind.
Right, like
that
no.
people are gonna hear you talk.
Right, exactly. And once I got older, I'm like, I don't care, I'm
like,
a stutter. Oh,
Yeah.
oh
Like,
well.
shut up, Danorman.
right. Right. So I'm like, just
Shut up and talk.
shut up and just exactly. Just be quiet. Just shut up and just say it. It come out. It don't. It don't.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's crazy about school. It's like it's such a small moment in your life, but it's like whether it was just one person who said, "Oh, they laughed at your son," that stays with you to where it's just like, even if nobody else cares, it's still right there,
Yeah.
And then you can tell them to shut up, but it's important to shut yourself up.
Right.
What about you, baby? What if you had to like just shut
Oh
up?
my gosh, I've had to tell. I think the number one kind of like him. I've been so like I feel like my whole life I've been like the hardest on myself. Like I'm just really hard on myself. I've always thought the worst of myself. I don't know why. It was like a thing. Like where I would always put, if somebody put me down, I would make sure I put myself down even more. Oh my gosh, they're right, because I'm this and this and I'm that. So it literally, I have to shut off the voices in my head, like, and tell them to shut up a lot, actually, because I could constantly, sometimes I drive myself crazy and nobody knows. I'm like, oh my God, all these thoughts are going in, they're really negative, and I have to like turn them off. Because otherwise I probably would not get anything accomplished in my life.
Oh my gosh, for real.
So
Yeah.
I think telling myself to shut up is thing that I have to do all the time. Well, not myself, just like the thoughts in my mind that come.
Because those little thoughts, if you really allow it to sit, it just grows so quick.
Yeah.
It grows so quick, and then you're back at square one. Just you're complacent. You're afraid to move forward. Afraid to do anything because of that. You know.
You get stuck based on like all those thoughts. Like it'll make you get stuck for a long time, even for years.
Yeah.
Because all those things, you let those things just keep running their mouths. Like all your thoughts and the way you feel about yourself and your insecurities and all those things.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I think and that's why like it says shut up with like asterisks, because you can put anything there. It could be your name. It could be the name of somebody who's been your biggest, who's been your biggest kryptonite in your life, or been your biggest discouragement or your biggest hater. You can just tell all those things to shut up, because until you like shut off all those negative voices and those negative things about you, you're not gonna really learn to appreciate all those things about you. Like I was so insecure about being skinny that I literally would wear hoodies and stuff like that. I would wear button-ups all summer long,
And he was cooking on the
Yeah,
inside.
it didn't even matter. My favorite season was fall, because it's like the perfect time to wear like, long sleeves. Like, yes, I'm not gonna look weird, and it's just like, and I started working out, and that's like the first time I ever wore like a tank top outside. When I started working out, and now it's like even like with the hood, with like the tanks that you're wearing and stuff, I'm just like, you look great. It doesn't matter if you're not like The Rock,
Right.
Because realistically, nobody looks like that anyways. Like there's some people who look like that, but the majority of people, they don't, And I think it's so funny to, just like to have something that's not a nice product, but you don't want to wear because you're afraid of how you might look in it.
Yeah.
Another insecurity that I used to have is just my back. For some reason, my back sticks out so much. It's weird. I'm like built like this. Like if this is my back.
Are you talking about your butt?
No, my back, like my shoulder
Or are
blades.
you talking about your butt?
Okay, I
I'm just
forgot.
kidding.
No, you know what? Before I met you, this is how I was built. Okay, so this is my back. Head, neck, back, no butt at all. And then the front was just straight as well. So I used to feel like I just had wings and stuff like that. So it was like, because of like just how I felt about my body, like I was always wearing bow ties and button ups.
So do you feel like you can fly now with wings? Is that how you embrace them?
So now she's gonna make me insecure about it, because now she's gonna start making up a bunch of jokes. Anyways, it was like a gargoyle type of wings.
Oh, cute.
A lot.
11
No, he has a lot of cousins.
cousins.
He has a lot of cousins.
He has like 20.
He has a million,
I don't
because
know.
he got married into a huge family. Anyways, back to, thank you, Ballet. By the way, say hi to the camera, Ballet.
So cute.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just glad she saved me, because you're just gonna start roasting me. Anyways, yeah, so I just think it's so funny how, I think now it's so funny because I feel like I would have, in the past, if I would have wanted to do a clothing brand, like when you met me, like probably like 6-7 years ago, it was all gonna be just button-ups, like button-ups, jackets.
Button-ups and bow ties.
Yeah.
With
He already
hats.
knows what we was on.
Yeah,
He knows
right.
what we was on.
You
Yeah,
knew
we
him
was-
before I
We was,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean some bow ties. But that's what I was always doing, and now I'm like, it's way too hot to wear button-ups to church. What am I doing?
I remember it would be like hot outside, and you'd be all.
Bow tie for no reason. Like, what do you? I probably look like an idiot. I'm never gonna show you those pictures. I think I did show you a picture, and it's just
I've
like,
seen those pictures.
it's like, what are you trying to prove? It's like, well, one, we didn't have any clothes, so you put a tie on, and one shirt becomes 2 shirts. That was the main thing. But also just, I would wear like stuff that was like really medium, to where I like kind of looked like it was more fitted and it wasn't loose.
Yeah.
And I think with this brand, that's something else that I'm becoming more comfortable with, is
Yeah.
just the fact that it don't gotta be tight. I think I got older. Like, this is a large. I used to only wear like mediums. And I have so many medium hoodies in my closet that I hate wearing because they're way too tight. And I'm just like, I was crazy, like I was literally uncomfortable. But because of my insecurities, I was uncomfortable. Like, I was comfortable being uncomfortable,
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, yo, it doesn't matter. I want to work out because I just want to work out and look good for this one. But besides that, I just love the way she looks at me, like when I come home from the gym. Anyways, I'm gonna keep it G-rated. No, but I don't know. I just love that this brand is like, it's just so much more,
Yeah.
It's just so much more than just clothes, and that's what's dope. And I just love that all the people, everybody here who is pretty much helping us, known for years, Like, besides Teeny, everybody else is just like, I've known y'all for like 8 years, and I think it's cool just having like people here who we know their story, we know
Right.
where they've been. I know, like, just different parts of you guys' lives. and I know how this brand can like help you guys and how it incorporates exactly your whole story.
And it's great because when somebody asks, if someone asks you about it, you can be like, "Do you got them in it? Let me tell you."
Right.
And if you say anything, oh my God, it'll start off a conversation, and you can probably be there for
Yeah,
hours.
my barber, shout out to Chabu. Yesterday I told him about the brand, and this dude went off on this rant, and I was like, yo, you sound better than me. Like,
For real.
if it's your brand or mine, you know, like, because everybody can relate to everything that we're dealing
Yeah.
with, you know? Everything, bro. And I think it's dope, like you said, even with your stuttering and stuff like that, you know, like, it's just the small things in life that
didn't
hinder
notice.
you.
Yeah.
That you, like, literally, like, failing school because of that, you know? And It's
Right.
like now that we're finally grown, we realize, yo, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, and like-
you don't have to love me
and-
for who I am.
You know, it even got to the point to where like I couldn't like call and order no pizza. I couldn't call my dad. I'm like, I'm not calling nobody. Now I'm like on the phone. So it's like,
That's crazy. I didn't even
dope.
notice you stutter.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly, but it's like
It's
it's
in your
magnified in our head.
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
He does stutter. He goes, no, I'm just joking. We're just gonna roast each other. Like last time he said something, I had to like wait for it to finish though.
Come on now, yeah.
No, but I think it's dope, bro, for real.
Yeah.
I had a thought I was about to say. Oh, what was I about to say?
You turned on the heater on accident.
Okay. There was something I'm gonna say that goes like right around. Dang it, I forgot it. And it was a great point. Like in my head, it was amazing. Like everybody was gonna love
Obviously, it
it.
was
Anyway,
amazing.
say something else though. Keep talking. Keep talking so I can get my idea. Like,
Well, I think this brand is just amazing. It's going to help so many people. It's just, I don't know, like when we had our talk in the car, like I'm like, he about to make me cry,
yeah.
and I can't. I'm about to go there, but yeah, it's just so amazing.
Yeah.
This is,
And something that I think is really, really great is that nowadays we're so used to just, hey, how you doing? I'm great. How are you? Oh, I'm good too. You know, but just saying something like, just saying the word, like just starting that or saying, oh, do you know what's about being selfish? And then that alone will take you into a deeper. And then when you're done talking or done having that conversation, you guys already, oh my God, we should talk more often. It just
Yeah.
takes you to this like deep level of just like in a
Hey, Charles,
relationship.
can you turn the cool air on? I think my wife turned it on.
I did.
I'm sorry. I
Sorry,
forgot.
guys. I turned the heat on.
You're hot enough, baby. I don't know what you
Oh my
need to
gosh,
do
baby.
for. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Baby, they know we got a new kid. They know what happens in this house. What you mean?
You're embarrassing.
Anyways, go on. I'm sorry. It's just dope. It's just really dope, man. The whole brand, the whole concept is really cool. That's what I was gonna say. I was going to say that about the shut up, like how you were. I realized like my mistake in my first marriage is trying to present myself as a certain person before we got married, then always just trying to present myself in that exact same way the entire time.
Which wasn't real you.
It's not that it wasn't the real me. It was just I was.
The person
It
you,
was the person. I was like, I
you
didn't.
thought she wanted you to.
No. I just didn't want. I felt to be a certain way because I just didn't want to make mistakes. You know, like I had to try to say the right thing. I had to try to be the right person for them, for her, for my dad, all these people, the right person. You know.
Because you never are.
No, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like with my ex,
Nobody's
it's
ever
like
happy.
with my ex, if I said a joke or a corny joke in public, I was like the way. But it just sucked because then I couldn't be myself, and then even my siblings, it's just like when I'm more happy and more joking with my family than with my person I'm with, that's a problem, you know. And then I made it a point after the divorce. I like at least text girls, right? I was the most exaggerated version of myself possible. Like I was so dramatic, so loud, so silly, and so goofy because I was like, I'm gonna be myself because I'm not about to not be this goofy person in the relationship. And our date was amazing because I was an exaggerated version of myself and she loved it. We taped our bump. We went to sushi. She helped me tape my bumper because my bumper was dragging. You know, in the sushi place, we were like super loud.
You were super loud in the sushi place, and I was sitting down, and he literally pushed my chair to the middle of like the walking area. He literally just like my chair and I were just like ended up in the middle of like the walking area. It was so embarrassing, but it was
cool about it.
hilarious.
Yeah, she was so cool about it. She wasn't like, you know what, I'm leaving. Like,
yeah.
but she was just like, she went with the flow, and I think that's what I just loved her. We connected. Like the first time we hung out for like 10, like we hung out for the entire day because we're like, oh, what do you want to do next? Want to go to the Guitar Center? Cool, you know, like. But I think it was so dope that I really got to be who I was, you know?
Yeah.
And I realized that like hiding certain things in the past, whether it be for friends, for family, for relationships, like you miss out on an opportunity to find somebody who just matches well with you, you know? If I have to be a certain way for a friendship, why would I want to be in that friendship? Like if you embrace me in a different way, it's just like, that's perfect, because then I know that the relationship's gonna last longer, because I'm always gonna be, because we can be fake, but at a certain point, that fakeness it becomes exhausting, you know? Yeah, what do you think? Anything else? Y'all, thank you so much. Thank you for being on here, bro.
Thank you
So
so
just
much.
him there, you know him?
Where?
Right there. Follow him, he's dope. You're gonna see
What?
way more about Mariah Carey than you would ever
Yes.
have wanted to
Yes.
know, but if you follow him, that's what you get. His clothing brand, I mean, I don't know why he's always posting about Mariah Carey. This dude told me
The queen. I mean,
This dude told me in the car that his dad's Tush, who knows Nick Cannon, who knows Mariah.
That's
So hopefully he can get his dad to hit up Nick Cannon, to hit up Mariah to have a conversation
And
with
maybe she can come.
him. Yeah.
yes, and wear one of these amazing hoodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't get back on me. Even know what you gonna talk about. Then he's really gonna be stuttering.
For real.
He'll be like, Mariah? Like, no. Anyways,
Right.
thank you. It's all love.
Yes.
Thanks so
Being a part. Thank you guys. And we're out. Anything else? No? Okay.
Are we gonna start barbecuing?